Hello? Mic test. You read me loud and clear, yeah? Yep, live, right? Live? Mic test. You read me loud and clear now? Yeah? Properly live. Yes, yes, yes. I love this BGM. Can you hear my cat purring? Yes, Bobby. Such nice ambience. Wet weather, nice purring cat. Okay, shall we get on with the story? So, last time we left off, where did we leave off? The rabbits of Caerbannog? Caerbannog. Let's see. Now I remember. Rabbit Squad recovered intel on basically blackmailing the. Yes, they more or less blackmailed the Valkyrie Police Academy. Yes. Kana's group. After which, it was revealed that the defense chair, Kaya, was in cahoots with the former SRT girls of the Fox Squadron, planning a coup. And that's where we're going now. Oops, wrong one. Why does it do that? So misleading. Bobby, Bobby, please. Okay, he's currently just trying to nuzzle his head into my hand as much as possible. Come on, lie down. At least lie down. Come on. Okay, I'll get my mouse off the table for you because it's your desk. You shit. Whatever. Bobby, don't bump the mic. Lie down. Yes, good boy, good boy. Not the mouse, please. Not the mouse. Oh, 2 years ago. Good evening and welcome to the Chrono School of Journalism channel. Your one true source for all the hottest news. We are currently standing directly in front of the Kaiser Industries' second ammo factory. This factory produces... What you do, boy? Sorry. This factory produces nearly a third of Kaiser Industries' total ammunition, and recently strange rumors have been circulating about this powerhouse. Allegedly, this second ammo factory is developing weapons of mass destruction in direct violation of General Student Council policies. However, Kaiser Industries is vehemently denying this, and the rumors remain unsubstantiated. But this story is nowhere near over yet. With the Valkyrie Police School's investigation stalling, another source tells us that the General Student Council president has dispatched a newly formed special investigation team to... did you get that? There was a huge explosion. This is live. I repeat, this is live. We're investigating the cause of the explosion now. Could this be a side effect of the illegal weapons development? The hell, Otogi? You didn't report the booby trap at the exit? Oh yeah. I was gonna tell you. Next time, tell us before we trigger the bomb. Kumi Sherry is motivated as usual. It happened after the operation was over and no one was injured. It's okay. We've spotted what appears to be several heavily armed students emerging from the dust. Could they be the rumored special response team recently established by the General Student Council president? Excuse me, hello. May we have a word? Who are you? It seems paparazzi's caught up with us. There's no time like the present, I guess. The president has been wanting to formally introduce the SRT. Did I hear you say SRT? Does that mean the rumors are true? Greetings, citizens of Kyoto. I am Shichido Yukino, leader of the Fox Squad from the SRT Academy. Shichi. Bobby, lie down. Don't bump the mic. Come on. This is a privilege, okay? Lie down. Lie down. Bobby, please. Lie down. Yes. No, you're too fat. You're too fat. You're gonna slide off. Come on, lie down. Yes, this way. Yes, Bobby. Yes. The General Student Council formed SRT and the Fox Squad to give voters a means to more effectively fight against threats too great for any one district or the Valkyrie Police to address. If you're made to solve crimes in DU, does that also mean the SRT Academy intends to eventually usurp the Valkyrie Police School? You could never hope to replace the invaluable work Valkyrie does to protect the public. We are specialized operations team. We are a specialized operations team trained to respond swiftly to criminals or situations that present an imminent threat to voters' safety, as you saw today. Speaking of today, what were you doing in Kaiser's ammo factory? What was the cause of the explosion just now? Can you confirm if there really are weapons of mass destruction being developed here? Well, I mean, we didn't receive any embargo orders. I don't think there's any harm in telling you, now that the operation's over. A few days ago, we received evidence from an anonymous source that a powerful bomb was being stored here at Kaiser Industries Ammo Factory in violation of General Student Council's bylaws. Last year, Kaiser announced a development project called Antioch? Undertaking the modification of old thermobaric grenades. Yikes. In actuality, they were developing and storing thermobaric warheads for ballistic missiles here. Yikes. But ballistic missiles for what? As far as we know, there's only one city, Kivotos. For now, our mission today was to neutralize these explosives, and I'm pleased to report our success. A thermobaric warhead? Just how much danger were the people of Kivotos in? It's a pre-product prototype, and we're still in the process of analyzing it. Based on our research so far and simply the sheer size of the warhead, we estimate the Antioch's radius when detonated could span several kilometers? What the heck for? Several kilometers, and just your squad is enough to handle something so explosive? I mean, you wouldn't have required an entire unit with tons of protective gear if it was actually, armed. With a bomb that dangerous, it doesn't matter how much infantry you throw at it. But she said, it's exactly stuff like this that the SRT is around for. SRT is made of small teams of elites trained in securing or neutralizing the targets before they even know what's happening, like we did in this operation. And we're pretty good at it. It took us less than 3 minutes to secure the warhead after infiltrating the building. Wow. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to be exact. You really shouldn't be rattling off your, stats, how fast you operate. If your enemy assumes you're slow, then, they might take the time or, underestimate you. Bobby, lie down, please. No, don't bump the mic. Lie down. Yes, fine, I'll move. Come. My bad. Come on. Animal relocated. Now I can use my mouse. It would have been 2 minutes and 30 seconds had we not had to handle the unexpected engagement at the entrance. Unexpected engagement. Do you mean if it wasn't for Kurumi accidentally throwing a smoke grenade instead of a flash bomb toward Point Delta? Excellent. The guards were wearing visors for flash protection. I made a tactical decision to close the distance with a smoke grenade and incapacitate them. And that wouldn't have been necessary if you had taken out the guards as detailed by the operation plans. No. Well, sometimes I forget to count the number of rounds I have. You really should count. Imagine if you pull the trigger and there was a hollow click and then dead silence. Yeah, play any shooting games and yeah, just having to reload at the wrong time is just no, you're dead. It's an adorable little mistake that's very common for snipers to make. How can we count all those teensy weensy enemies? Don't act cute to distract from your mistakes. No, Togi Kurami. I haven't matched the names to the faces, no. Let's not find from the cameras. I know Nico is the pink-haired one. To conclude, this operation was a success thanks to the discreet and timely manner in which we were able to execute our plan. The bomb was secured and the suspect was apprehended. We were also able to identify the names of several executives of the Kaiser Industries, as well as some members of the Defense Office, listed on classified documents discovered in the factory. It appears these executives accepted bribes in advance of the launch. Of the launch? Who the hell would they launch it against? In exchange for forging safety reports for the ammunition factory. Isn't the Defense Office and an agency of the General Student Council responsible for policing photos? So ultimately, aren't you revealing the holes in the General Student Council's security? Is it okay for the SRT, which operates under direct order of the President, to reveal information like this? You misunderstand. Justice is the path to preserving truth. Yukino is center. Okay, got it. No matter the obstacle, SRT's justice never wavers. Oh, good morning, Yukino. Morning. What time is it? 0315. Kyoto Standard Time. We have time until the next shift gets here. Rest more while you can. I'm fine. Thank you for keeping watch. Were you having a nice dream? What makes you say that? I thought I detected the barest hint of a smile in your sleep. It was more like a nightmare. Bittersweet memory that echoes in my mind. Ah, that I understand. Fox 4 status? Togi's the sniper, right? That could be the shield or the rifle in there. Fox 4 here, the General Student Council is still snoozing. The General Student Council hasn't recovered from the Apocalypse Towers. They're still in turmoil. Wait, so this is post. Oh, this is post Shiriko Terror, right? Acting General Student Council President Rin has it the worst. She's being criticized left and right for her seeming absence during the crisis. Ah, so it is. Because of that, no one wants to pass her DU restoration policy. Ah, it is, definitely. They're at a total standstill. I guess that means the plan's working. If we hadn't attacked Sanctum Tower right before SRT closed and took out all of Rin's supporters, she wouldn't be facing the Lion's Den right now. Ah. Kaya was trying to undermine Rin at the time. So it's all culminating to this. An actual coup, my goodness. And what of the Board of Administration? Boring. The cultural and medical officers still haven't recovered from injuries sustained during the raid. Their raid? Senior managers are still quietly substituting for them. It's not affecting their day-to-day tasks, but the Board of Administration doesn't have any kind of official authority at the helm right now. That's good. Alert me immediately if there are any changes. Squad lead, Fox 1. But what if the Chiefs do recover and come back to the board? That's cute. Very cute. Wouldn't it just be over for Kaya? I gave you the emergency protocols to review, Fox 4. At any given time, the Chief of Defense Kaya must always hold the majority support of the Board of Administration over Chief Officer Rin. Should Chief Officer Rin supporters attempt to return to the box, the Fox Squad is authorized to use any means necessary to sufficiently incapacitate them for the foreseeable future. Yikes! So Kaya essentially has political assassins in the Fox Squad. Good lord. Fox 4 out. Fox 3, say this? Ah, okay. Otogi's sniper crew means the guard. Fox 3 reporting we detonate the EMP bomb at the railway vehicle base in the Kitayama district and disabled the operations management system. Their key electronic equipment has all been sabotaged. Immediate recovery of the EMP bomb was successful as well, so the cause of the malfunctions will be near impossible to trace. Has the media picked up on it? How is the coverage? The General Student Council hasn't made an official statement, likely because they can't identify the cause, so the public has been assuming it was an accident on the Council's part. The Director of Transportation and Acting General Student Council President Rin have been taking the brunt of the blame. But if it was a malfunction, wouldn't it be the organization in charge? Not like the Student Council is in charge of everything, right? Surely oh wait, no, there's that administration of transport, right? They won't be able to escape the media scrutiny for a while. Copy that. Copy that. Fox 3 return to HQ immediately. Fox 1, I have a question. Do you think, is this justice? During the operation, we encountered a citizen unable to reach the hospital and receive care because the trains were down. If we carry on with this kind of... Did that citizen interfere with the operation in any way? No. No, they did not. Understood. Fox 3 returning to HQ 9 now. Yukino, come on now. I don't need your quippy remarks right now, Nico. Then I won't quip. I'll follow you into the hell of the revival of SRT, but what we're doing right now, we're harming innocent civilians. Kurumi wasn't wrong. This isn't the justice SRT fights for, don't you think so? I abandoned those kind of questions when we took on this operation. I suggest you do the same. Then you're not SRT. Ah, her definition is completely different. Yikes. SRT has always been a weapon. Wherever the user decides to point that weapon and shoot it is both their privilege and responsibility. No one wants a weapon with its own free will, with an opinion, morality, ethics, those concepts of the curse the user bears. If you can't accept your role, leave. I, the Fox Squad, will persevere. Fox 2 out. Right. Our last order of business. We'll need to make contact with the Rabbit Squad. The Rabbit Squad? You're gonna go see the little ones? Fox 3, Fox 4, please don't speak out of turn. Sorry, I got excited at the prospect of a good time. I want to go see the underclassmen too, though. We've handled all our urgent missions. Why don't we have a group bonding activity? When was the last time we were all together? Fox 3 and 4 fulfilled all their orders already. 4 won't even have to move until after D-Day. But she said, and the rabbits haven't even had an initiation ceremony yet, you know? We would be bereft of SRT traditions if we didn't participate in at least a little light hazing. Can you really talk about traditions if you're breaking it? I'll have to get started now if I want to have enough Inori sushi for everyone. Okay. Convincing the underclassmen won't be easy, so it'll be better to show a united front anyways. Fox 3 and 4, return to HQ and begin operations. Preparations for our Reclamon party. Roger. It's been quite some time, so let's make sure it's a warm welcome. Foreboding. Okay, Kurumi, Nico, Watogi. I can't remember the last one. Well, it'll come out soon. The General Student Council President formed SRT and the Fox Squad to give voters a means to more effectively fight against. SRT is made of small teams of elites. Justice is the path to preserving truth. Oh, whose screen is this? Miyako? No matter the obstacle, SRT's justice never wavers. The origins behind her inspiration, I guess? The seniors seemed to glow through the TV screen. They were the very embodiment of SRT's ideals. We strove for the impossible standards they set. Their rigid discipline never swayed no matter the situation. We watched as criminals fell in front of them one by one. No matter how daunting their mission, not even a flicker of fear ever seemed to cross their faces. The undeviating justice. It was impossible not to admire. The seniors, they were our dream, and one day meant to be our future. To us, moving forward just meant chasing their shadows. But one day the sun disappeared, and there was nothing left to chase. One day we became the SRT. Yeah, comparing the two squads. Very much rookie versus veterans, huh? Miyako, you're awake. Good morning, Mion. It's still early. I don't think breakfast is done. My mic is a bit loose. One moment, sorry. There we go. Nice and tight. You stayed out late last night. On patrol. Do you want to rest more? Thank you, but I've slept enough. I don't want to waste a nice day like this. I'm sure even the laundry's dried by now. Are Moe and Saki's around? I think they'll be back soon. They left early to go get bento run. Oh, come and check this out. I did a little extra scouting on my way back, and I happened on this huge mushroom colony. Look at the ones I picked. Aren't they big? I hope you picked non-poisonous ones. With this many, we could have a mushroom buffet. I've got a surprise for us, too. Ta-da! Fresh eggs. I got it from one of the stores on our usual route. It was thanks for helping them out with some pest control. I may or may not have just been testing out a new smoke bomb in what I thought was a deserted alley, though. Boy, please! As long as it helped the citizen in need. Wow, so much fresh food! Great work, both of you. It looks like we'll have a complete breakfast today. Let me dig up the canned bread from our supplies, too. You know you can count on me to get the fire going. I'll start the preparations. Mushrooms, mushrooms. I'm off to the supply tent. Let me know if you need any help with anything. I can help with supplies. A breakfast of eggs, bread, and sautéed mushrooms. I never thought we'd ever experience luxury like this again. If I could eat like this every day. Seriously, it's a perfect meal for a perfect day. Do you feel that breeze? With this amazing weather and yummy food, I mean, who wouldn't want to stick around here forever, right? What a low bar to set, come on. You think maybe we've gotten a little too used to being exactly what I meant. No denying it, these days we're more about making life better than upholding justice. SRT is supposed to be the cream of the crop. We hail from the best school in all the photos. We're supposed to be second to none in equipment training. I mean, we were, at least. Enough of the gloomy stuff. We've got all the delicious food we could possibly ask for. Who wants to spoil the appetite with sad talk? Right. Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Things have been going great. Eh? Oh, Sensei. Who? Oh, it's just you, Sensei. Hi. I was wondering who that vaguely familiar person was. Are you happy to see me, Saki? Shut up, I wasn't trying to cover my excitement or anything. Jeez. Good morning, Sensei. Don't mind the ruckus. You didn't call ahead before coming over. Is it an urgent matter? Didn't we get you in trouble with someone again? No, not at all. The opposite, actually. I just want to thank you for your support with the recent events. Recent events? It still feels like it just happened yesterday. Huh? Yikes. I thought Kibutas was gone for real that time. Even I was scared. Imagine that. Me scared of some building blowing up. You gotta wonder why Kaya is still gunning for it. You know? Even in that kind of circumstance, she'd still try and undermine her. Rin, I mean. It was way more than some buildings. I just wanted to run and hide as soon as the sky turned red. But enemies were appearing everywhere. And more importantly, all my friends were fighting for Kibotos. You're right, so many students came together to protect Kibotos. Private Squad responding to Sensei's request for support. None of it would have been possible without you all. You don't expect thanks for completing our duty. SRT fights to protect the citizens. Psh. You think we went to help you? We would have been there no matter what. I just want to make shields. No! Boy, please! I just want to make Shield's building go kaboom. Even SRT agents deserve recognition sometimes. So as thanks, I brought you a hot meal. We've actually adapted to this new lifestyle perfectly, so we have more than enough food actually. We'll take your kind thoughts as gratitude instead. You can enjoy your hot meal. Exactly what Saki said. Our reward is knowing that we've kept citizens safe. In fact, if you're still up for breakfast, why not join us? We've got loads of eggs and mushroom. I even found some shimeji mushrooms today, which are pretty rare around here. They're so delicious. There's a saying, matsutake for the scent, but shimeji for the taste. Well, if you insist. I guess I'll just put these prime beef sirloin steaks away. Wow, that's... I mean, I actually didn't get to finish what I was saying. Yes, naturally, there is no greater reward than serving the public. However, isn't that the super expensive kind of meat? Even before our specialty closed, I'd never eaten anything so decadent. I mean, if you don't want it, I guess I'll just make ramen. I haven't eaten dinner yet, actually. You want to eat fatty steak sirloin in ramen? Are you an idiot, a stupid person? Do you have so much money you can just boil it away in a pot of water? Well, as long as you keep the water, I guess. The nutrients are still there. You'd be losing the grilled taste, though, and the firmness of the steak. I think I'll get steak tomorrow. Not a bit too late for dinner. A steak dinner, heavy steak dinner. Tomorrow, yeah, steak. But it's too much to grill and eat by myself. Well, if you're in that much of a pickle, we have a fire pit. I guess we could help you out with eating all of it. My saviors! Let's eat together then. Bright smiles all around. You'll need some sort of mesh to use as a grill. I'll handle that. I'll get some extra plates. So do we have any sides to go with the meat? Maybe some potatoes or onions. I'm pretty sure there's some sauce that goes with mushrooms, so your mushrooms wouldn't go to waste. Nor would they have to be put aside. Gravy, yes. Oh, my mouth is watering. I need steak now, damn it. Get these double mushrooms. No! Grilled mushrooms doesn't sound half bad as well, actually, now think about it. What happened to so rare shimeji for taste? What the heck is a shimeji? You've got prime beef sirloin to worry about. This is a once in a... Girl, please. Focus more. We need the fire going stat. Achieving the perfect grilling temperature is an essential part of the process. Aye, aye. Adjusting my fan, sorry. Because my nose is getting stuffy. It's ready, grilled to perfection. And without further ado, thank you for the meal. Damn, I want to eat. With that background, she actually looks cute. Not perverted. I don't mind perverts though. It beats my wildest dreams. The melt in your mouth texture from all that marbling, that amazing rich flavor only top-notch beef can bring. There was that steak place nearby. Oh, there is that steak place nearby. Oh, but then it's like 30 way too much for one steak. Oh, but imagine if it was that good though. Oh, I need steak tomorrow, damn it. It makes every other piece of beef I've ever eaten seem fake. They just pale in comparison. Yummy, so yummy. It's so soft, it's melting in my mouth. Like pudding. I can't remember the last time we've indulged in something like this. I almost feel guilty. It's more than enough meat. Help yourselves. Sensei, if it's to thank us, isn't this a bit much? This must have been really expensive. Yeah, I'm a little suspicious. The word seems to outrank the deed here. Is this beef a part of one of your evil schemes? Come on, have I ever hatched any evil schemes? You tried to lure us in with delicious food. This must be the honey trap I've heard of before. Not even close, girl. It's not, and that is not what a honey trap means at all. You know what? I don't even care if it's a trap. That's right. Food is universal. This is a rare opportunity to stuff ourselves with the highest quality beef. Highest quality beef imaginable. We really should finish reading the entire line. We wouldn't even be able to experience this at SRT. Although I have had the experience of filling my stomach with cheap canned pork back at SRT. Yum. Can you not ruin the best meal of my life with the thought of canned pork? We did eat a lot of pork, didn't we? All our field rations had pork in one form or another. I remember one time our field training went longer than we planned and we had to survive on canned pork for over 3 days. My nose. That slimy taste of canned pork is definitely something I couldn't have done without remembering. Thanks, Miyako. I never realized, why is it all pork? Why couldn't we have some corned beef? Or some tuna, at least? It's just cost efficient, duh. Let's see, salmon requires, well, importing pork. Why not beef, though? Yeah, technically. Nah. Depends on how fast the pigs and cows grow, I guess. I don't know the difference, so I can't really comment on that. But I suppose, just going by size, you'd be able to get more pigs in the same amount of space versus a cow. Yeah, in that case, you'd get more. I would assume it takes longer for a cow to mature. Yeah, in which case, pigs would be more plentiful and a more constant stream. Overabundance. I have only seen numbers, they say it in our textbooks. When it comes to supplies, quantity over quality. You wouldn't feed an army if you consider comfort or indulgences. That's why canned pork has been a go-to combat ration for so long. It's made from preserved meat, making it cost-effective with a lengthy shelf life. Even regular academies caught wind and started using them for school lunches. At one point, the cafeterias were using so much of it that some primitive novelists tried to protest by swapping out all mentions of any food in their work with canned pork instead and distributing it all over campus. I wonder if that was the Gourmet Research Society. Wow, much info. Need to know. Not nerd. Shut up, you maniac arsonist. Speaking of, didn't the Trinity novelists have an episode in their work where a group of knights on a quest for the Holy Grail ended up battling a wild rabbit? What? I remember something along those lines, but what about it? Way back when I asked the seniors about our name, sometime around when the rabbit squad first came to be, I was wondering why we had been named after a cute, harmless animal. SRT was supposed to be the symbol of discipline and just not fuzzy paws and floppy ears. She didn't answer in the way I expected at all. Instead, she recited a quote from that novel. The rabbit is not to be underestimated for its docile, adorable appearance. Proud and territorial, the rabbit becomes a fearsome beast that can fend off even brave knights when provoked. I think I remember that part. The knights searching for the Holy Grail try to enter a cave guarded by a rabbit, and it drips. Whoa! Yikes! And that's why we learned in our tactics and strategy classes to never underestimate an opponent from how they look. Yikes! Well, don't leave us on a cliffhanger. My nose. Does the rabbit beat up all the knights and they give up and go home? That Vicious! Come on, this is the rabbit. Just put it in the cage for a bit. Because no rabbit's strong enough to fight guns, or grenades, or bombs, or bad guys. Mew, you're the one with the guns. We're gonna end up blown up like the rabbit in the story. She would get along so well with Haruka. In all the wrong ways. It would be a downward spiral of despair and darkness. Sorry, I'm imagining like the absolute hysteria and mania they'd get into. And the resulting havoc. Now to think about it, they would in a sense balance each other out in that Miu would be the inactive one while Haruka would, well, resort to, well, extreme tactics, yeah? Yeah, Miu would essentially be the one restraining her, hopefully. The only thing you should be concerning yourself with right now is this sumptuous beef. Oh, no. I want some right now, damn it. This is a little out of the blue, Sensei, but it's been on my mind recently. I was wondering if any sensitive documents disappeared during Kaiser's occupation of Shale. I was worried because of the amount of data on the General Student Council that's stored in the Shale building. There wasn't anything in particular that stood out. But we didn't do a thorough search. The facility was so trashed. I can do it. Give me a sec. What? Digitally? How would you recover, like, damaged hard drives remotely? From here? How? Exactly. Did you give Kaiser intel for more weapons? Hey, that was one time, okay? But that's not what I'm doing. I just have to slip in the shield, sir, and pull the surveillance footage. We can check the entrances to see who was there and what they took. Kaiser's occupation of the building after Sensei's abduction was pretty short-lived. Ah, right, during the incident. We just narrow down our search to the exits during that time frame and make sure nothing impromptu was taken. Huh. Surprisingly good idea from Moa. Are you okay? Did eating such nice food make you go crazy? Shut up. I'll blow you up. Ignoring the muscle head, I should be able to get into the cloud server and snag the CCTV footage pretty easily. Just saying. Remote CCTV is a pain in the ass. Though I suppose it is recorded footage, not live footage. And unlike the crime investigation shows on TV, CCTV footage is never high resolution. And whatever they show on TV, there's no such thing as, enhancing, zoom and enhance, quote unquote. That's just literally scrolling in, idiots. I'm shaking my head so hard. Okay, not so hard, but no, you don't believe TV. Reality TV. Not reality TV, but yeah, just take it with a grain of salt. Just calling that two persons on one keyboard thing just pisses me off. Utter imbeciles. The writer had to have written on a keyboard, so what the fuck? Feuding. Calm down. Yep, there it is. Surveillance footage from the day of the attack. I was just thinking, right? How the heck did they get the data from the cloud? But I suppose it's not transferred live, as in the connection from the CCTV to the cloud wouldn't be interrupted during the incident. Or rather, it would have been interrupted, but it would have been uploaded at a later date. Yeah, so it's just archiving, I guess. That being said, how long ago was it? They eventually cleared the archives, This is around when we retook the building. The guys in the helmets were Kaiser's super elite Special Operations Force? Soap or whatever, right? They had impressive weapons, but they sure didn't know how to use them. It was only as easy as it was because of Mew's sniping. Without her, we would have had to take damage in a full frontal assault. Really? I couldn't have done it without the Saki taking point and relaying their locations. Miyako too. That's what a squad is for. That was a fun operate. Don't call it fun. You're starting to sound like old women reminiscing on our old glory days. Stop gabbing and help me check this footage to see if any Kaiser soldiers took anything with them. Well, I guess you wouldn't find anything here. Let me go back a little bit. What are those soldiers? Those masks and uniforms don't look like Kaiser. These two recognize them, don't they? Right there, it looks like they're bringing something out of the basement. Do you see their hands? They weren't holding that when they went in. Can you tell what it is? Not really, the video quality sucks. See? Yeah, it's usually low res. As I said, there's a reason why they don't keep footage like 24/7, because if it was high res even, it would take up way too much storage space. And keeping a whole, like, just imagine just keeping even low resolution video footage for an entire day of nothing but an empty hallway, and then multiply that over months. Yeah, you'd have a lot of just useless space taken up by nothing, really. Which is why they usually delete it after a few months. Well, that would fit the time frame, I guess, within a few months. This was just a few months after that incident. Yeah, that makes sense. Way too fast, actually. No wasted movement, deft handling of advanced weaponry. Saki, you see it too, right? The video is grainy, but I'd recognize that equipment anywhere. Alright, doom and gloom over there. Would you like to share with the class? You're right that those soldiers don't look like Kaiser. That's SRT equipment they're using. But we have all of SRT's remaining equipment. The leader's laser pointer. It's a dual compound, one with both infrared and visible light capabilities. It's super pricey and pretty much useless without night vision gear. So they've only ever really been made for SRT students. And that radio they're using to communicate, I can't be certain, but it looks a lot like SRT's. All of SRT's equipment is especially designed to meet our needs, and they definitely don't look like Kaiser's communication technologies. Are you serious? But how could they have gotten their hands on them? Did you say something? Not at all. I got a little excited talking about tactics. You know how it is. I know it's not in your nature mode, but you have to be quiet since you can't know until we figure what's going on here. You're right, sorry, it's just so unbelievable. I think so too. I don't know how random people would be able to get SRT's equipment like that. There's only two ways I can think of. First, they raided an SRT squad or base and looted the equipment. The only other way around would be if an SRT student provided them. That's what I'm. That's what's unbelievable. No SRT students would be stupid enough to hand over equipment to PMC soldiers. We need students, not some brutish, greedy. People, people who've been bonding for things they want since before we could talk. And so, easy peasy lemon squeezy, we trade off our valuable items for. Oh, the hypocrisy. Ah. Yeah. Ah. It seems we may have been the stupid SRT students. We sold off some non-essential equipment to recoup our losses when the camp was flooded. But that was damage gear. That was no, that was before. Yeah, the first half of this volume was before the incident, so it would have been before the. Yeah, the timeline fits. Do you remember those arms dealers? They had big masks on, so we couldn't see their faces. So you're telling me we, the Rabbit Squad, are the ones who supplied Shale's invaders with weapons? And here we are, gorging ourselves on high-quality meat given to us to thank us for fighting off said invaders. Stop talking and come and eat. There's still so much left. Well, oh jeez, I'm so full. I think this is what they call food, baby. Me too, yeah, the fullest I've ever been. I suddenly remembered something super urgent I have to take care of today, right now. What could be super urgent so suddenly? Do you need a bath? Don't say that. You have no filter when you talk, Sensei. That is not something you tease about. I'll save the rest of the meat for you at Shale then. Thank you. Are we not going to tell Sensei what something happens to the bad guys? I feel bad. If not for us, Sensei wouldn't have gone through all of that stuff. I feel guilty as well, Mew, and we will tell Sensei and apologize later, but first we need to apprehend the culprits. Miyako's right. If we go to Sensei now, all we're doing is bringing them another problem. They have enough on their plates as it is, dealing with the restoration project and everything else. The last thing Sensei needs is another thing to worry about, especially because of something we did. Yes, we'll find the culprits, retrieve the stolen goods, and then give Sensei a proper apology. That to start, I'll need your help, Moe. We need to collect information and think you can go on where the weapons went after we sold them. It might take a bit, but it's doable. If I trace the unique key values embedded in the electronics, I'll hopefully be able to trace their path. The rest of you, please begin routine checks on all our gear. Quickly, so we're prepared to leave as soon as Moe has what we need. I won't let these arms dealers sully SRT equipments with their injustices any longer. I mean, they're arms dealers. Who else would they be I know you said you were full, but I forgot about the extra board. And they're not there. Where did everybody go? Oh, an unexpected reunion. strange, if you ask me. I find it strange because, well, sure, the Fox Squad using SRT equipment makes sense, but it's like, yeah, now that I think about it, they wait, no, a sniper, guard, and then two. Yeah, none of them are really tech specialists like Moy. So they wouldn't have been able to disable the cameras, huh? But you'd think they'd at least, take it out. Specifically with Kaiser equipment, then it wouldn't be able to be traced back to SRT equipment. Yeah, if there are special operatives, you'd think they'd, try to disguise themselves. Then again, you're not really trying to frame anybody else, huh? If they're meant to ghost in and out. Yeah. Rabbit 1 reporting. The time is 16:25, 1625 hours. We follow the GPS. The GPS signal Rabbit 3 sent us to pinpoint the location of the suspect who infiltrated Point Sierra, confirming arrival at site. GPS signal, really? Would it really be that trackable? I mean, that would imply that they're trackable. It is currently raining at Point Romeo, the drop-off point. Visibility is down to about 500 meters. All units, please exercise caution. This is Rabbit 4. Thankfully, the weather's kind of making it so nobody's going around right now. No hidden enemies. You're not in danger of in immediate danger of ambush, and I'm in a good position if anything happens. Copy that, Rabbit 2. Please report. Rabbit 2 here. I've cut the circuits. The alarm sensors are down for the count, for now at least. But is there a problem, Rabbit 2? Not exactly a problem, but does this building look kind of familiar to anyone else? Did you shock yourself cutting the circuits? I've never had an operation here before, dummy. That's not what I meant. It's like the layout. I don't know. The structure feels similar. It's kind of like the indoor warfare range at the SRT training facility, isn't it? 3 floors and entrances. And when I was reviewing the blueprint Moa gave us, I thought the maze-like layout in the inside seemed familiar. It is kind of familiar, isn't it? Although someone would have started shooting us at us by now if it was a training exercise. Please don't jinx it. But I do feel better knowing we've kinda done this before. That's right, since you're familiar with the terrain, it'll be easier for us to predict and adapt throughout encounters, or rather make you predictable. But buildings with this layout are usually easier to defend. Back in our mock battles, the defenders usually had the upper hand, so I'm kind of nervous. Big bad, we are elite agents of SRT. Saki is scared? Come on. Who cares what kind of defense or weapons they have? We'll just do what we always do. Easy peasy. To think I had to be cheered up by you. Fine. PMC elites armed to the tooth can't beat us. Who can? Oh, my nose is stuffy. I'll be watching your backs. We just had to work together. Rabbit 2, everyone. To positions, let's go. Reaching. Do you really have to blow it? You could have just snuck in. I've secured our entry path. Rabbit 1 taking the building. Site A clear. Site B clear. Continuing to Site C. This is strange. We're deep into their territory now. They still haven't made contact. Are they being cautious of us? I haven't made any mistakes so far. I'm staying aware of potential movements or traps, but it still feels like I'm missing something. This is Rabbit 2, Rabbit 1. We've run into barricades we can't breach. Do you want us to break through? No, avoid giving away your position at all costs. Find a way around it if you can. Understood. Going to start moving towards the center aisle. Continuing. Hello? Was that a gunshot? Sniped. I can't get through. Did she lose a communicator? Rabbit 4 requesting an update on the situation. Rabbit 3, our GPS doesn't seem to be. Communications have been cut off. I'm jammed. No signals coming in or going out. We're all cut off from each other. I won't be able to rely on any backup. The enemy was in perfect sync and ambushed the point, jam communications, and isolate each member all at once, before anyone knows what happened. It was a simple and straightforward plan, but nearly impossible to execute. The amount of coordination that would have been required, and in complete silence at that. I need to tread carefully. That doesn't matter right now, though. To start, I have to rescue Saki. Not rescue, regroup is the term you're looking for. And I wish I didn't listen close at all. Think, Miyako. The passageway is too narrow for my primary weapon to be useful. Close combat isn't my specialty, but I'm still an SRT agent. Upset my opponent's center of gravity to take advantage when they lose balance. Foxtrot? A flash bomb this close? Yikes. .5 seconds. Reactions are slow. You took too long to reorient after the explosion and flash. You moved exactly per the CQB manual, but the real world doesn't follow your textbooks. Your movements are too predictable. You should have taken the initiative and rushed me. Stop moving. I might accidentally break your arm. You're no ordinary soldier. Who are you? That's why I haven't changed anything. You went into this operation thinking I'm SRT. I can handle whatever might lie ahead of us, didn't you? Lazy, undisciplined, always assume the worst case scenario. Even the best, most experienced veteran can be taken out by a stray bullet on a battlefield. Courageous warriors don't live long here. The good special forces soldier conducts themselves with cowardice, or you'll end up dead. Wait, I know that voice. It can't be. It's been quite some time. Squad leader Tsukiyuki Miyako. You look well? Yukino? I want to say what a bad first impression, but it could be worse, I guess. What the hell is happening? Someone better start talking. I was monitoring the surveillance cameras when I was ambushed. Someone forced a hood over my head and dragged me here. By far the worst one. I mean, the worst way to go. Me too. I was in my position and someone came up super quietly and they blindfolded me. I got rolled around and around and around in a big barrel. I think I'm gonna throw up. Oh, you poor thing. Why are you slacking off with us, Saki? I thought you and Miyako had reached the building already. We had, but then I can't remember. I went into the center aisle to avoid the barricade, but I was ambushed and knocked out. I don't remember what happened after that. I just remember waking up here. Well, we don't know where we are or who brought us here, but I do know one thing. We let ourselves get abducted, didn't we? Don't make me say it. It was pure carelessness. I just realized something. These suspects are arms brokers, right? So they do a lot of illegal trades. Super bad guys like them would normally kill us, right? We're alive, maybe they're going to sell us to someone. They're going to sell us to some research facility, test weapons on us and torture us, or what if they make us dress up in a cat costume and meow for them? Arguably, that's okay. I think. I think. I don't even know where that last fear came from. It's okay, Mio. Look, Yaku isn't with us, which means she hasn't been caught yet. Just sit tight and plan how we're gonna get back at these guys once she rescues us. Is everyone okay? Uninjured? Miyako! Right on time. See, I told you she'd... No, you didn't. I told you she'd come to rescue us. Oh, about that. I'm more of a prisoner than a rescuer in this situation. This is the last. Disqualified. That doggy's cute. If this was SRT's CQB test, every last one of you would be disqualified. That equipment, are you? Aren't you the Fox Squad? I don't understand what's happening here. What? You don't like parties? We decided to organize a little surprise welcoming party for our successors. Kurumi. Okay, got it. Togi, Kurumi, Nico, and... No, not Miyako. Now the leader's gone out of my head, damn it. Come on now, I thought you would have grown up after your recent adventures in Chirodas. But it looks like you're still the same old you, huh? Did you think you were coming to a tea party? I couldn't believe my eyes when you just rushed into an unknown building with no backup and no recon. Yeah, that was another thing I was kind of apprehensive about. They were just going in blind without recon. You'd think they'd at least, scout the building from the outside, but no, they just blasted their way in. Oh dear. You shouldn't be so harsh on them, Kurumi. At least students who take the SQB test know what they're taking. How could they have predicted us being here? If they'd been up against ordinary arms dealers like they thought, their plan would have been perfect. Yukino, Nico, Otogi, and Kurumi. Nico is... Intel? Yeah, she was a gossip gatherer. Intel gatherer, then. Not much of a tech specialist like Moe. Otogi the sniper. Kurumi the guard. Guard in front line. Yukino... She's basically the infantry all-rounder, huh? As far as I can tell. The next time an enemy appears unexpectedly on the battlefield, should we just ask them to politely leave? You all were unprepared. Sorry. Anyways, I'm sure you must be hungry after all that excitement. I made a bunch of Inari sushi for everyone. We can worry about operations preparedness after everyone's stomachs are full. I know there's probably a million questions running through your mind, and trust me, we have a whole lung full of things we want to say too. But let's enjoy a meal together first. Okay. I mean, I'd be slow to react too if I worried about such as many things as you do during the middle of an operation. Imagine you're in a tight corridor like Miyako was before, and it's tricky to maneuver your primary weapon. Now there's an enemy approaching from a different direction. What's your plan? I think you're supposed to switch to your sidearm and shoot. Exactly, yeah. And you think right if you're following the manual. You need to evaluate the situation in front of you. It's always going to be different. Here you should smash them as hard as you can with your gun's buttstock. In close quarters like that, the fastest one wins. You were the one who was ambushed, so the enemy wouldn't expect a full frontal attack like that. And all this changes depending on the enemy's armor, distance, strength. Real world situations are so different from textbooks. Exactly. That being said, training does help in ingraining, instant reactions, more faster reactions, so that you don't think about what you're doing. Instead, act on it immediately. You think all it took was a mission or two to be a veteran? You've got a lot more to learn. The doggy's cutest. Can I take her home? Oh god, did I say that? Never mind. This salmon roll pairs surprisingly well with the narizushi. Hey, I was saving that for myself. Hands off! Cute. Chill out, it's just narizushi. It's food. Food is sacred. You do not take other people's food. Do you really want to embarrass yourself in front of the little ones? Here, just have the egg Saboro flavored one. No thanks, I'll stick with the salmon roll. I bought enough of each kind, so there's no need to fight. You here, dumb shy, dig in. Really? Even I can have some? Nobody's borrowing you from it, girl. Of course. In fact, I think this one right here has your name on it. Thanks. It's good. It feels like forever since I've had Nico's cooking. You won't find narizushi with this many toppings anywhere else in Kyoto's. Getting up early was totally worth it, all of a sudden. You'll always be able to recognize my narizushi from anyone else because of my secret marinade. Why do I feel like I've had this narizushi recently? Am I just imagining it? If it's okay to ask, how did you find me? I thought I found a really good spot, so I was kind of surprised. Me, right? The star student who aced the concealment training? You did really well, actually. We wouldn't have noticed if Nico hadn't pointed you out. Good job. Thank you. Why are you getting closer and closer? You're just so hidden. What's your process? Do you have some kind of special camera gear? Tongue, please. Camera gear. What zoom is your scope set at? Anyways, if our seniors in Fox Squads are who's the ones buying the equipment, I guess we don't have to worry anything to worry about. It came through them. I'm sure the funds were clean too. Okay. I was wondering why they dismissed their solar equipment being used at the Shale Tower, but them tracing their equipment to the Fox Squad doesn't necessarily imply that the Fox Squad was at Shale's building. It could be other equipment from elsewhere. Yes. Actually, I'd like to ask a question. Of course, shoot. What did you guys take from the basement of the Shale Tower during the coup? That. More importantly, I've been worrying this for a long time now. You disappeared without a word when SRT's closure was decided. The next thing we knew, you were storming the General Student Council building. Why? Yeah, they kind of have to explain that, though. Yeah. I think you kind of do, considering the General Student Council was basically the top brass at that point in time without the president around. Yeah, you basically. Yeah, no. What do you mean you can't share that information? Is it confidential? No, it's not that. We needed to determine if you could be reliable allies. Hold on, aren't we all on the same team, the SRT? What did we do wrong? Let me ask you a question. If we ordered you, could you stand against Sensei on the battlefield right now at this very moment? See, you're not ready to decide. Or rather, I think you cemented yourself as an enemy. A weapon has one purpose and is useless if it can't perform it. Thanks for your hard work on this mission, Squad Leader Tsukiyuki. As of today, the Rabbit Squad is disbanded. You will now be part of the Fox Squad. Disbanded? Our squad? Don't misunderstand. I'm not penalizing you for an unsatisfactory performance. I value your leadership. We're just relieving you of burdens you never should have had to shoulder. Let us bear the difficult work from here on out. But we want to help restore the SRT Academy. We never gave up. Yes, you've all worked hard. That, on top of your living situation, seemed to have worn your squad down. There is no longer a need to bear the responsibility of reviving SRT Academy. That responsibility was always ours. Yours was always to be a weapon in our toolbox. That's not what we, the Rabbit Squad leaders, Tsukiyuki, you have to decide. Will you step up and fulfill your duty as a sharpened blade? Or will you waver and fight for justice with your rusted edge? Hold it! Sorry, I was trying to channel some Ace Attorney there. But the more common one was just straight up objection, huh? Hold it was the less common. We've got company. Well, how could they have found us? Sensei. Hello, Fox Squad. I really enjoyed the narazushi last time. Exactly. Thanks for the food. Food is always appreciated. Sensei, did you follow us from the park? I didn't notice we were being tailed. You all were acting weird, so I asked around. Huh? Asked around and tracked you down? How? I hope they were specialist students like, I don't know, Veritas. If you just asked around the neighborhood, that's just sad. I believe this is our first meeting, Sensei. I've been wanting to thank you for your working and cleaning up the mess created by the Student Council President's sudden departure. On behalf of the SRT Academy, I would like to express my gratitude. Just doing my job. But what I'm discussing with Squad Leader Tsukiyuki is internal SRT Academy business. So we'd appreciate it if you could leave this matter to us. I've heard that you are not one to undermine a student's decision or authority. Then you should be fine with him being around. Consider your authority the opposite of undermined. But my students look like they need time to process. Understood. It seems that you're the kind of adult students inherently trust and follow. It's your type that tends to be the most aggravating. I'm glad your situation hasn't dampened your spirit. This fight can wait until D-Day. It won't be long anyway. Fox Squad, what do you mean stand down? Was this an active mission for you? God damn it. For the next mission, yes, she was considering this a mission. Head back to HQ for the next mission. Squad Leader Tsukiyuki, I've sent the location to your phone. Come find me there, if you are able to see things the right way. So I was right, it was the logo for the Fox Squad. One day you'll understand. Misguided students. This reminds me, there are contingents that there are some contingents that exist within the military as a separate faction to, in case of coups. I shouldn't elaborate further, should I? Let's not. Back at the park, the Rabbit Squad filled me in on their discovery earlier in the day and the ensuing operation. So the Fox Squad was behind the shale incident. We should have told you from the beginning. It's one thing for us to mess up, it's another thing for our mess up to endanger you, Sensei. I guess you were kind of scared to tell you. It's okay, none of this is your fault. We were totally clueless. Just happily camping at the park. And you brought us all that expensive beef to thank us for something we caused. We're just poor, homeless students, so we can't even pay it back. The only thing we have to offer is expired bento. Please take it as thanks. No need, really. I'm perfectly fine without it. They'll make it right by finding out what they took from Shell and retrieving it. But taking on Fox Squad won't be easy. We'll have to at least ascertain what it is they took first. It's not something anyone's been missing, and it didn't look big in the footage. Expensive tuna cans? Teacher's underwear? Why? The idea of the seniors breaking into Shell armed to the teeth just to steal underwear is unnerving. I don't want to think about that. I'd like to know more about the Fox Squad members. It slipped my mind that you wouldn't be familiar with them. To summarize Fox Squad seniors in a nutshell, they're Kivotos' elite forces with the combat capabilities of SRT are a dime a dozen, but when it comes to special ops, they are insurmountable. They're trained to handle any situation in any kind of environment. Their skills go way beyond just combat. They were the ideal. They were the unit that not only met but embodied all that was expected of SRT agents. For example, Fox Squad's deputy leader, Nico. She's the squad mom, you know. Her capacity for acceptance and patience are unmatched, and I know because I definitely tested it. She used to pack Inari sushi lunches for any squad leaving for a mission. Nico was everyone's rock. Other squads would come to her for advice all the time. Mom indeed. Nico helped me a lot when I was new. She's not just nice, though. No matter how hopeless an operation, Nico never panics. Her ability to stay calm and evaluate the situation is invaluable. She's never lost count of the ammo or supplies the squads used in any operation, even with all those messy battles under her belt. In that sense, Mo, you could take a cue from Nico. Don't deny you find something exhilarating about emptying the entire magazine once in a while, too. Then there was Kurumi, the Fox Squad's resident grump and point woman. Point woman is in frontliner. The guard, yes. Well, being in the front lines all the time makes you a little high-strung, you know? You can't let your guard down for even a second. It could mean life or death for the whole squad. And Krumi's real power shines in her quick, flexible responses to the unexpected. She's unflappable through every ambush and attack. The way she can analyze her terrain and use it to her advantage under pressure is really impressive. I've actually heard that about her too. When her gun malfunctioned smack in the middle of enemy territory, she didn't waste a second. She grabbed the nearest enemy's weapon and started breaking through them with their own firepower. That is impressive. If it were me, I would have followed my field manual and tried to fix it. Yeah, I couldn't have returned it around like she did. I'm way more book smart than street smart, so I can't help but admire adaptability in other people. Now, Otogi, the sniper in the Fox Squad. I didn't get to talk to her much, but I've never met a sniper like her before. You're right in that assessment. She definitely isn't your usual lone wolf sniper who prefers to be hidden away. Otogi's got this natural charisma that really commands a room. The spotlight seems to follow her at SRT. I've never met a sniper with presence like hers. She is pretty weird in that sense. You normally want your snipers quiet, invisible, so they can hit your mark unnoticed, but when Togi enters the field, you know. I had to go against her in a training drill once. It was so hard. I was totally on edge, not knowing where her bullets would come from next, but knowing she was there. They say a good sniper neutralizes 3 enemies for every 1 bullet shot. Yeah, just pressure. The good coordination is really important so your teammates can benefit from any intel you gather. Compared to her, I mean, sometimes even my own teammates forget I exist. That's your strong point, Mew. Utilize it. That was one time. It wasn't your fault. She's probably the idiot who didn't realize we were missing a member is to blame. It's not hard to keep track of 3 people. Shut up, it wasn't like that at all. And then there's Yukino, Fox Squad's leader. Ah, she is all-rounder. My guess was right. AKA Loom is perfect and like actually perfect, not like when I'm making fun of Saki. It's true though. Yukino is unmatched. She manages to and directs the squad members' movement down to the second. That squad trusts her more than they trust themselves. If she told them to jump off a plane with no parachute, they would do it with complete faith they would be okay. Which somehow reminds me of, I think it was the A-Team. Yeah, tank ammunition does not slow its descent that much at all. Yeah, there's no way. Complete nonsense. A tank would flatten itself. That was certainly a somehow I put together tongue. Maybe we should end the stream. I do want to get to chapter 10 though. I somehow merged together favorable and evaluation to favorite. How? Certainly a favorable evaluation. Yes, those seniors were our wildest dreams. We aspired to them. They were our role models. Anything our Rabbit Squad could accomplish is not just that the Fox Squad could do it too. They could do it better, faster, more efficient, and smarter. You'd be surprised how perfect people actually are. Yeah. And Miyako, the Rabbit Squad is not replaceable. Do you think so? It's hard not to think that way, I suppose. Because the Yukino in my memory, the way she glowed on the TV screen, that doesn't matter. She seemed different. Older? Mature? Maybe she grew up while she was gone. Somewhere I couldn't go. There's so much I don't understand. Maybe they were right. If we still haven't grown through all of this, maybe it is time to throw in the towel, follow orders, and let people smarter, better than us shoulder all these responsibilities. What would the three of you want to do? Even if you ask us, it's just really overwhelming. Huh? What does that sound? Is it the emergency broadcast from the General Student Council? Do you think it's related to the recent attack? Oh no. All citizens of Kvotos, this is a critical announcement. In a few moments, we will deliver an urgent statement on behalf of the Kvotos General Student Council. We urge all residents to tune into the official General Student Council channel or the Kronos channel to hear this pressing message. The General Student Council's official channel? Where's my phone? There's a much, much bigger screen you can use instead. Look up. Is that a video on the side of an airship? Oh, Kaya, what are you doing? Greetings, citizens of Kvotos. I'm Shiranui Kaya, the head of the Kvotos, head of the Kvotos General Student Council's Defense Office. I'm sorry for addressing you so unexpectedly today, but it is an urgent matter. In recent times, our city has faced numerous crises. The mysterious structure descended from the sky, paralyzing our city and causing extensive damage not only to the DU, but also to every academy district. Unfortunately, as the General Student Council, we failed to effectively respond to this monumental crisis and provide its resolution. Instead, we relied on decisions made by Shale and the individual districts to mitigate the damages. This was due to the absence of Ranagami Rin, the acting General Student Council president during the time of the incident. This has resulted in her relinquishing her responsibilities. I'm pretty sure she was one who pushed Aoi to, essentially pin down Rin. Aoi did nothing wrong. Criticism regarding her failure to fulfill her duties as acting General Student Council president has persisted, even within the Board of Administration. Finally today, a vote of no confidence in Chief Officer Nanagami has passed. I, Kaya Shiranui, have been duly sworn in as the new acting General Student Council president. I don't think that should be passable, because the generals. Okay, so it would the term acting would imply that it was decided upon with the General Student Council's acknowledgement. So passing on an acting role would be without her knowledge, especially. That being said, she's not there, so she can't really protest, can she? This transition is not a matter. It's not a matter we can take lightly. We acknowledge that many of you are likely concerned about this sudden change in the General Student Council's leadership. Nevertheless, we are committed to restoring normalcy in Kvotos and seek your support for the new Board of Administration that will be established. And lastly, Sensei, I'm sure you're watching this broadcast from somewhere right now, Sensei. For the sake of the future of Kvotos and Shale, please abide by my request. As soon as this broadcast is over, we request your presence in the General Student Council's reception room. All members of the General Student Council eagerly anticipate your visit. Thank you and farewell. Look forward to Kvotos' future. Why? What exactly is going on here? The General Student Council is in crisis. Coup d'etat. Yeah, I don't get I don't get why she wants to be student council president. It seems like such a pain. A few hours earlier, in the Kubuta's General Student Council conference room. The next item on the agenda is determining the level of punishment for the Kaiser Corporation and its executives for exploiting a disaster to spark a civil war and seize the authority of the General Student Council. Normally, this would have been a top priority for the General Student Council and the Board of Administration once they were back in the session. However, due to the destruction of many of DU's communications and logistics facilities during the recent events, too long to let discussions on this matter have been postponed while we prioritize the restoration of DU for the safety and well-being of our citizens. Thank you for the clarification. As you mentioned, the Kaiser Corporation led a group of private soldiers in an attempt to seize control of the sanctum. Oh my god. Although we managed to prevent the situation from escalating with the help of Shale Sensei, it's essential to recognize potential consequences. If we had failed to stop them, not only would the General Student Council have collapsed, but the force itself would have been in grave danger. This entire attempt was only possible because the Kaiser Corporation is a mega corporation with influence in everything from defense to logistics. To ensure such an incident is never repeated, I believe it's crucial to impose the most severe punishment on Kaiser Corporation and its executives. No, Bobby, no. Go away, go away. My cat is trying to get back on my desk. No, shoot. Go away, shoot. You are barred from entry, sorry. Wait a minute, while it's true the Kaiser Corporation used private soldiers to forcibly take over the General Student Council, you can hardly ignore the fact that Chief Officer Rin's... No, go away. Unilateral activation of the Emergency Response Committee just before the incident caused chaos within the council. Arguably, it's because she called it that everything was okay. But the reason we weren't present that day was due to the motion to censure Rin. She's on Kaya's side, isn't she? No, Bobby, no, wait, go. Moreover, there's reports suggesting that Chief Officer Rin was been riding in one of the ancient weapons unearthed by Kaiser Corporation in order to save the damn place. Yeah, she's definitely with Kaya. In fact, isn't it possible that Chief Officer Rin was somehow involved with the Kaiser Corporation in this matter? That's quite a serious accusation. I understand that might be suspicions surrounding this case, but let's remember that there are established procedures and protocols for handling such matters. If a resolution of accountability is passed and an investigation into the Kaiser Corporation is initiated, you can count on me to fully cooperate with the investigation. Oh? She's new. I haven't seen her before. Heine? AI, how many hours has this meeting been going on? Did we miss lunch already? Hey, Aoi has an L2D. Disappointingly only used during the current event. That is to say, non-event. It's been 8 hours. Yikes! 8 hours, 32 minutes, and 15 seconds since we began. But we still have 3 more items on the agenda, so just eat your onigiri. Endurance meetings like this are fairly typical for the Board of Administration, aren't they? What onigiri? Hey, Oi, you didn't give me any onigiri. Wasn't it Rin who gave Shale Sensei the extrajudicial powers in the first place? Even though it was in a memo from the General Student Council President, we couldn't even verify if the memo was authentic. We have been through this. The memo is undoubtedly from General Student Council President. If necessary, we can confirm its authenticity through handwriting analysis. Chief Officer, this is beside the point. There are established. Oh, now there's established procedures for everything. Ignoring the decisions of the Board of Administration, even if you're the acting student council president, is unacceptable. I have always followed the rules and procedures exactly as written out, but another one I haven't seen before. Hey, Sumudo, did you get any onigiri? Too sleepy to eat right now. Not you too. I'm trying to ask if you took my share of onigiri. Well, I think I know who took it. Kaiser Corporation is a major player in photos, and if they go under, it would be a catastrophe worse than the tower incident. Yeah, I really hate politicking a lot. With Kaiser Industries, Kaiser Construction, and Kaiser Convenience all going bankrupt, unemployment skyrocket. Or, business opportunities for other corporations, and thus, the unemployment would at least, it might fluctuate, but it would eventually stabilize, not plummet. Who will take responsibility for that, Chief Officer? Oh God, there's more. Yeah, it was Monica. Are you hungry? You're not getting any of my taco flavored chips, no matter how much you beg. So don't even try it. Go get some onigiri, something. Just don't touch my chips. No, I'm trying to tell you that I never got any of it. Yeah, it sucks to be stuck somewhere without food. I don't believe further discussion will be productive at this time. Hold on, now I think about it. If it's usually if there are long meetings, there's usually intercessions in between recesses, whatever. For meals. 8 hours? Uh, Usually it's 6 hours. Then they break for lunch. Or they order in, they have secretaries and whatnot to, take the orders and get food for them. Usually. I don't believe further discussion will be productive at this time. Chief Officer, I think everyone will benefit from some fresh air. Let's adjourn for today and can reconvene later. Understood. Since it's getting late, we'll close the meeting and resume tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. I thought I was prepared for how difficult that was going to be. Thank you for your work, Chief Officer. Chief of Defense. Thank you as always. Yeah, thank you as well. I was wondering what's touching my arm. My cat can't get on my desk, so he's asking for attention on my feet. Good boy, good boy. Was there anything the matter? How are you doing? I just want to stop by and let you know I think you killed it. You flatter me. I've thought this before, but they're totally out of line. Practically all they use their mouths for are for gossip about you or talk about themselves. Being a leader and having to make decisions based on so many different opinions isn't easy. I can't blame them though. I'm responsible for the situation too. I just have to be patient and convince them one by one. But do you really need to though? You're just the chief officer of general management, but you're also the acting general student council president. You could make things so much easier for yourself by using the authority to make the other chairs say yes. But authority, it's like a double-edged sword, Chief of Defense. It might seem like a quick fix, but its value dwindles the more you rely on it. I can't use my authority to suppress others' voices just because they disagree with me. Honestly, I'm not even sure about that myself. Hmm. As I suspected, you might not be cut out for the whole president thing. What are you saying, Chief of Defense? Then, truly, I've never liked you. You're nothing like the president, but you had all her favor. And look at you, even after she's gone, you're still trying to do right by her. You're the president. You're still listening to, and you're still listening to everyone around you and harping about procedures. Your maddening, centrist approach won't solve anything. Kivotos can only be fixed by a superhuman. Chief Kaya, the General Student Council president, is missing and her seat is vacant. My role as chief officer is to protect and preserve that seat during her absence. Is that so? Hmm? One moment. Pretty sure this was how it went. There we go. Funnily enough, I stumbled upon something interesting in Shayla's basement during the recent incident. A secret letter from the General Student Council president that has never been made public. A secret letter? According to the letter, the president wanted the chief of defense to take charge in the event of an emergency, not the chief officer. In other words, that person who should have been the acting president during her absence was never Nanagami Rin. It was always intended to be Shiranui Kaya. What nonsense are you saying right now? Now then, why was the letter with such an important message secretly hidden in Shale's basement? Yes, hidden in Shale's basement, in a building coincidentally enough that only Chief Officer Nanagame Rin had access to when the General Student Council president disappeared. And to further the coincidences, is it not you, Chief Officer Rin, who has the most to gain by the concealment of this document? This is ridiculous. Do you really think people would just believe the letter's authenticity without proof? I'll have a handwritten appraisal done, as well as analysis on the signature. There should be no problem if the General Student Council wrote that letter. Certainly, verifying the document's authenticity is crucial, just like with the note found in the president's office. I would consider your current standing in the council. How many members do you think will believe you? Hmm? Kaya, you. Chief Officer Nanagami Rin, you're under emergency arrest for concealing official documents and abusing authority. Pursuant to Article 78 of the General Student Council Executive Regulations, your duties as acting General Student Council President are automatically suspended until the investigation concludes. But in the interim, I suppose we'll need a new acting president now, won't we? You've planned this from the start. If the president returns, she won't forgive you for this. And if she does return, I look forward to seeing her reaction to your absolute failure in her absence. Now, please respectfully escort the chief officer to her dormitory. Place her under 24 hours house arrest and surveillance. Now, while I did say I disliked politicking and all that, a good scheme coming together is very nice to watch. So honestly, I can completely hate Kaya, especially with her plan that spanned how many events? Yeah, it spanned a long slew of events, huh? Director of Human Resources. how are things with the protests around the General Student Council building? I was actually just about to reach out to you about that. We've assembled many students to protest. The director of human resources is in on this shit. Actively getting in the way of the work. Yeah, office politics. I hate it a lot. And to protest the Transport Office and Regulatory Committee's weak response to many incidents at public facilities recently. I thought I would need to hire them, but they surprisingly just volunteered. Maybe it's because they were our students, but they seemed very excited about talking about transportation technology or something. Of course, none of this would have been possible without your intel, Chief of Defense. There was a lot of information that would have been hard to grasp unless you were there. I was just curious how you gathered all this data. Well, this insipid curiosity of yours. Will this insipid curiosity of yours help you complete your task in any way? Oh, no, I didn't mean to pry. Anyway, to report, angry students are protesting in front of the building, so even if you're a neutral board member not interested in factionalism, it won't look good for Chief Officer Rin. I'm sure most would be in favor if we held a vote of no confidence. Great job, and stay vigilant in managing the protesters. Hey, what about those letters you were supposed to send in to the sports federations? I sent it right away, just like you asked. She's clueless about this, isn't she? Well, not exactly right away. I was so hungry after the meeting that I stopped by the kitchen to grab a bite to eat. You don't need to report every little detail, every little thing like that. So how is the sports industry reacting? They usually take a pretty hard line against cheating and manipulation, so everyone was pretty disappointed to hear that Chief Officer had falsified official documents for her own gain. Is it true that the Fox Squad that raided the General Student Council the other day was also funded? What? Wow, she's even pushing blame for that one, huh? It was also funded by Chief Officer, and it did seem like they were in a rush to shut down the SRT Academy. Of course, if that's all, I'm going to hang. By the way, those fuckers can really give it to you, huh? They put me in a reverse key lock as soon as I grabbed their shoulders. I bet they got training martial arts submissions at SRT too. I should have tapped out then. My shoulder might never recover from that last attack. And I'm hanging up. Yeah, wait, but this is really important. I was supposed to get an onigiri earlier. I want to know who. She's probably never going to get it, ever. At least I can put our concerns about the no confidence votes to rest. And lastly, protocol team. Yes, I need you to draft an emergency statement right away. Also, reach out to the Kronos channel and the municipal stations. I'll take time to set up the cameras. It'll take time to set up the cameras. The no confidence vote shouldn't take long. The outcome is already set. Yes, please help us stay on track. And we'll be welcoming a very special guest soon, so please be prepared. Our guest's name is Sensei. New proxy. I do very much like and approve of circuitous schemes like this, but I can only really approve it if it's especially elaborate. If it's just irritating backbiting like this, yeah, I do not like irritating politicking. If it was proper outsmarting, then I'd be able to appreciate it fully. But this is just irritating. I went straight to the General Student Council building after hearing Kaya's broadcast. Sensei! Oh dear, we're in a tight spot. No, the chief officer is... Calm down. Can you update me on the situation? Rin has been arrested. Again. She's been accused of forging the General Student Council's present letter for her own gain and ordering acts of terrorism against fellow officers. A letter the president left when she disappeared? How? It's all just a horrible misunderstanding. No misunderstanding, they framed her, 100%. If our high-minded senior had been someone who is capable of considering any kind of self-interest or preservation, the General Student Council would never have recovered and continue to run the way it did. But alas, too preoccupied with doing the right thing, she fell for their blatant schemes. And how are you both? You okay? We're hanging in there, at least for now. And in the new conference vote, Defense Chief Kaya's supporters were almost overwhelmingly loud. Those who argued for Rin's innocence were drowned out by the prevailing sentiment and ousted from the... They threw them out? Then wouldn't that imply that the no confidence vote wasn't properly passed? I've always complained about wood, but I never thought I'd see the day when I'd skip it like this. Oh no. You're here, Sensei. The new acting General Student Council president is waiting for you. Right this way. I'd think twice if I were you, Sensei. They're pretty blatantly at setting a trap and asking you to walk into it. Going there will be pretty dumb, don't you think? You're gonna get crushed like a potato chip. I want potato chips. Popcorn, though. I'll manage one way or another. Just stay safe until I get back, Moga. Yuma? You're lucky, blind, positive D is your best trait. A slacker like me can't help you if you really want to go in there, so be careful. Please take care of yourself, Sensei. Follow me. Let's hope Sensei contacted some students with the know-how to turn this shit around. Hello, Sensei. I'm sorry the General Student Council's mess has caused you so much inconvenience. Normally we would have had someone greet you formally, but I heard you were out earlier. Given the circumstances, I felt it necessary to call on you directly. I do apologize. It was such a public medium. Through such a public medium. You didn't have any urgent plans, did you? Anything special planned? Just some errands? Beyond that, what happened to Rin? Chief Officer Rin is currently under detention in the student dorms. I've stepped in as acting president of the General Student Council following the Student Council president's so many long terms. Recently discovered letter. They could do with some abbreviations. And I hate abbreviations. It takes a lot to actually, make me think otherwise. Good lord, please. I'm looking forward to working even more closely with you, Sensei. Perhaps abbreviations along with an option menu for, terminology section, yes. I have seen such things in other games, now that I think about it. Other games that I've also kind of skipped the story, now I think about it. Well, where did this supposed letter come from, Kaya? It was found in the school's basement. We store some of the president's old belongings and projects like the crafting room in there. I can completely understand how this could have happened during the transfer of authority and Shayla's involvement. Even someone like Rin can make mistakes. And did you orchestrate this unauthorized search of the basement? I suppose I can't deny at this point. Once the coup threw DU into chaos, I secretly had someone retrieve any of the president's belongings still in the basement. It just seemed so strange to me, the thought of a superhuman like the General Student Council president disappearing and leaving Rin of all people to fill her shoes. I thought maybe there was something we, the ordinary students, weren't getting. Some great plan. But it was thanks to this unauthorized search that I finally uncovered the General Student Council President's true intentions. I knew I overstepped, but the ends justify the means. You're starting to get it. Sometimes rules and processes impede justice. The people in power aren't superhumans. Their laws are weak, full of holes, and pests will always come crawling out of the woodwork to find and exploit their flimsy systems. One needs heavy boots to crush these pests, Sensei. Kaiser might get a little overzealous during their occupation of shale, but that doesn't mean their power is a lie. The opposite, actually. Wielding authority properly, as it was intended, happens to be a natural part of the job as the Chief of Defense. So I fully intend to use my authority as Acting General Student Council President to its fullest extent. What are you going to do with shale? What am I going to do with shale? You make me sound so villainous, Sensei. Why would I change anything? Especially after you and your little team did for Kivotus when... After all you and your little team did for Kivotus when the General Student Council was in chaos. We appreciate your contributions and wouldn't dream of acting ungratefully. But it's also evident that to everyone with eyes that you are overworked, Sensei. While students do take shifts to help lighten your day-to-day workload, Shale's organizational structure inherently means you'll always be stretched thin. So we've been thinking. We, the members of the General Student Council, have been brainstorming how we could, help you out, Sensei. And how do you plan on doing that? Forcible delegation? This is a proposal to reform Shale's administrative structure. We hope to present this to you for your approval. Our main goal is to lessen your workload while giving you more authority, Sensei. Take your time and look it over. If you approve, sign the dotted line. What changes after I sign this? Nothing changes, per se. Admittedly, I do find that expression odd as hell. Is it weird? I find it hot. It's an expression perfectly at home on Makima's face as well, if you think about it. Makima from Chainsaw Man. Good lord, yes. Nothing changes per se. You can keep doing your job as you always have. Spend your days with your students. Help citizens in need. Of course, it's no issue if you don't want to keep working. I won't judge you if you decide to slack off a bit, Sensei. If you need money, consider yourself taken care of. We'll even handle all that tedious paperwork for you. I do remember how you hate those reports. The ball's in your court, Sensei. You would have to just give us one little thing. Moving forward, we'll take responsibility for your actions. All activities in Shale will be conducted in the name of the General Student Council. Whatever you may do, whatever consequences follow Shale, we'll handle the aftermath. Not a bad proposition, right? Adults are known for trying to dodge responsibilities, aren't they? So I'll take on all of it for you, Sensei. You can just lean on me and finally breathe easy. Thank you for the offer, but I won't be signing this. Being an adult means shouldering responsibilities, no matter how heavy. Come again? Yeah, this after all her scheming, why? Yeah, this feels like an extremely weak point in her plan, relying on Sensei to actually be, well, complacent. Sensei, there seems to be some confusion. Our proposal isn't about trying to pin you down. It's not an underhanded trick to take away Sheila's authority. We're only looking to make your job easier, to give you more freedom. You could do whatever you wanted. Of course, the proposal isn't set in stone. If there was a clause you disliked, we can discuss it. I won't lie, your offer is tempting, Kaya. But slacking off doesn't exactly set the right tone for my students. You really are just a stubborn adult. A stubborn, pathetic adult lost in your childish ideals that you can't face reality. Managing people like you is truly draining. But fine, we'll shelve this reform proposal for now. Tomorrow, sweeping administrative reforms from our newly formed cabinet will go into effect. These changes are for Kyoto's future. I'm going to transform our society into a well-regulated, perfect new world. I hope you will reconsider after witnessing our new Kubotas come to fruition. The Defense Department, or rather, the General Student Council, is always open to you now. I expect I'll see you soon, Sensei. Oh, come on, that expression doesn't suit you. I feel like that's a very good stopping point, you know? Just before they, turnabout. Yes, I think I'll end the stream here. I will, however, continue tomorrow. I have energy to spend. God damn it. Oh god, it's over 11. Yeah, ending the stream now. Tomorrow. The Rabbit of Caerbannog. Part 4? Part 4. This has been read, yeah? I'm actually enjoying the story, you know? When I actually bother to take the time. It's just that I don't take the time. There's so little of it after all. Don't think about all the books I need to read. Not need, want to read. I shouldn't have to rush it now to think about it. Oh, but the Rabbit of Caerbannog, sorry. I do want to rush it because of the event rewards. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Does it collect everything? Yay! Wait, what is this? Oh, it's this thing. Wait, what is that? See, Aoi has... See, Aoi has an L2D. What can we have? I would love to have her as my secretary in the front and in the lobby. Please? Please? Okay, if the devs somehow see this video, please, can I have Aoi as a secretary? Please? She's too cute. Oh god, look at the rush! Look at the blush! Please! Anyway, I'll end the stream here, yeah. This has been Read, over and out. I have stuff to read. Lots of stuff to read. Oh god, I left it on the climax of the other book. Right. Right, right. And oh,